Hello, YouTube. I am Lillie Young. Welcome to my live. Tonight is Life Under Trump, Part 85. Today when I got up, the more news was rolling. I didn't know what to think. Just more and more is happening in our beautiful country. The more it is, we becoming under a dictator. Life Under Trump, Part 85. Life feels like a whirlwind. I won't lie. Only good news I got today. Hello, Queen. How you doing, Elon? Hello. I'm doing great. Hello, Queen Tia. The only good news I got today is that it has been said that VP Kamala Harris, Queen Kamala Harris, will be running for president in 2028. But our goal is to get Dunny Boy out of there like present, not past, not future. Like right now, it's an emergency. Immediately, we must get him out of there. We got an 80, what they call it, 8647. We got an 8647. Hashtag, start using hashtag 8647. He got to go. Impeach Trump. This is an immediate emergency. Impeach Trump. Hashtag impeach Trump. Hashtag 8647. That's where we at. I love my country so much that I wore my pen from President Joe Biden. This is an emergency. We got to get Donald Trump out of that Oval Office because every day it's getting worse. So today, the clown got up and decided he's going to impeach, not impeach, Tariffs, Mexico, Canada. He said he did it before, then they pulled back. Canada, China. Well, thank you, Jesus. I ordered everything I pretty much need because I'm not going to be ordinary anything for a while. Because I'm not going to pay triple what I would normally pay for any garment. No. And I thank God I went on and ordered all my vitamins because I'm a woman of age. I take vitamins daily. So I ordered all my vitamins so I don't have to worry about going without those. Anything you get after today, it's going to be triple what you've been paying. Food, etc. And Canada is not playing with us. I have some things to show you. I hope I don't forget to show you. I pray I don't. But Canada got some gifts back for us. Some of us going to be without power. They're not playing. Why should they lay down and take it? I understand. Even though I'm in a red state, I completely understand Canada. They have to fight back. They're not going to lay down and allow Donald Trump to roll over them. Hello, King LaSwan. Hello, Queen Victoria's one. They're not going to lay down and let America, not even America, because we're not doing this. And like the Prime Minister said, it's not the American citizens. He said he apologized to us, but they cannot lay down and take this from Donald Trump. They will not, and they cannot. They don't have to. We are in more need of things from them than they are from us. And Donald Trump don't even realize that. Can the man even read? Because when he sending people messages, y'all, he can't spell. So it may be true what they're saying. What's his name? Oh my God, brain tired. Marco Rubio said that Donald Trump sent him messages and the spelling is wrong. Every time he sent him a message, the spelling is wrong. Then he asks other people to read for him. I'm going to tell you, I know some people like that. They got so much game and they con artists. They're the same way. But they get out there and get things just like Donald Trump. But they're con artists. That's all it is. Conman. He's a con man that can't con. How about that? He's old and he's molded. He got mold spores. Not foot spores like he lied to not go and be drafted. He has mold spores. I could never found him in my life. Once this man told everybody what he was going to do, people voted for him anyway. And they are so dumb, y'all. Don't y'all know? They were saying they're excited about the tariffs. MAGA. Yeah, I'm just like, God, I never seen so many dumb people in my life. I don't affiliate with those type of people. We know dumb people exist. But y'all, this is at a level that I've never heard of in my life. Grown-ups. People even my age. I'm just like dumbfounded at this point, y'all. Like, really? Y'all are happy about what this man is doing? And what's sad, and Don Lennon gonna talk about that, they're gonna hurt more than anybody. Most of them is living off the government, and they come in my chat in front talking smack. And the whole time you getting free assistance. I'm disappointed in this country, but I'm born and raised in this country, and I love this country. But what is happening today, we are the most embarrassed country ever that ever happened in history. Donald Trump is worse than Nixon. He's the bottom of the trash can, below the gum that's stuck on the trash can. He's worse than the rat that gets in the trash can. jdvance and Elon right along with him. Vera, oh, hey, Queen Vera, how you doing, beautiful? I'm going to tell y'all, I had such a draining day from doing research about Donald Trump. I could not go live at 5 o'clock. I got home around 2 something, cooked me something to eat, was ready to, to try to go live, or it was like 3:30. And I was like, God, I can't even do it. I'm going to be honest, y'all, I couldn't do it. Because I had to do research and find things, to come on my show to talk about. But it was so draining reading that stuff and listening to those clippings. Y'all, I've never in my 51 years ever heard of or seen anything like a Donald J. Trump, the molded one with mold spores. Not foot spores, mold spores. This man is delusional. That man is dangerous to this country. Don't even pay these dummies no attention. As long as they're not putting cuss words or whatever in there. Don't even let them get under your skin today, moderators. Them people are dumb. They need Jesus. They don't need an education because they passed that already. They need our Lord and Savior Jesus because he is the only one can help MAGA. Some of them fools crying out to Trump. You are a fool. And he knows it. Speak, Lord. Please hit that like button. Again, I am Queen Lillie. Welcome to my live. This is Life Under Trump, part 85. We are living in a time that I never thought I would see in my life. And I would never want my daughter to experience. But we are living it, y'all. And it's not going to get better. I'm not going to lie to you. And I'm not trying to put fear in you. I like the truth. As a person, me, I like the truth. Whether it hurt me or not, I'm a person that likes to hear the truth. And I'm going to give it to you in the truth, in the raw. We are in trouble, America. Wake up. A lot of the Republicans have waken up. That's why they're having those town hall meetings. But how about this? The Republican leader has had town hall meetings with the people to do no more town hall meetings because they're getting exposed at the town hall meetings. They're spreading rumors and lies and saying that the town hall meetings are paid Democrats. That's a lie. Roswell, Georgia, they was definitely Republicans. Republicans as MAGA, sit down, be humble, and stop with your lies. You're nothing but a trumpet, a maggot. Run around with your lies, lying on the Republicans that are now starting to fight back. They have a backbone. You don't have a backbone, MAGA. Of course, MAGAs don't have backbones. What did I expect? Forgive me, Lord. Forgive me. MAGAs don't have backbones. So what do I expect? They truly don't. Hold on, y'all. I'm taking my charger off. Just a moment. Moderators, let me know if you can hear me. I turned my mic on because I didn't have it on. I had my phone on the charger. Can you hear me? Camera Merritt, go pray to Jesus because you need it with your smelly balls. Now you smell like Trump. A pissy depends. How about that? On my worst day, I look better than you and your whole family, down to your wife or your girlfriend. How about that? My eyebrows ain't got nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it. As long as my man like them, I don't care what you think. I'm not on here for you to like my eyebrows. I like the MFers. I'm a pretty motherfucker. Shut the fuck up. You don't want this today because your boss, Donald Trump, has caused so much trouble in this country. You need to be worried. But no, you're here trying to harass a woman. You are a man coming for a woman. Suck Donald Trump's eggplant. That little thing he has. One moment, please. Hit the like button. Thank you, guys.
The things that Elon Musk loves the most is a government handout. I'm Greg Landsman. I represent the 1st Congressional District here in Ohio, and here are 5 things you should know about Elon, government efficiency, Musk, and how much he loves lining his own pockets with your money. Number 1, Elon Musk has received nearly $40 billion in government contracts and loans. He has 6 companies, but most of this goes to SpaceX and Tesla. In 2024 alone, he got over $6 billion. Number 2, Elon currently has 52 federal contracts and 7 different federal agencies. He's gutting each of these agencies. Obviously, he's not going to touch his contracts. One example is NASA. In just the next few years, he is going to get over $12 billion. Number 3, in that crazy press conference in the Oval Office with Trump and his son, Elon said that some of these federal employees are getting wealthy at the expense of federal taxpayers. No one has gotten wealthier than Elon Musk. Since Trump was elected, his net worth has gone up by $100 billion. Why? Because investors know he's about to get tens of billions in additional federal contracts. Number 4, Tesla almost didn't get off the ground. In fact, it needed about a $500 million loan from the Department of Energy. Meaning without that $500 million loan, Tesla probably would have failed. Elon has built so much of his empire on federal contracts. Without the loan and all these federal contracts, he just wouldn't be worth anything close to what he's worth today. I mean, one of the things that Elon Musk loves the most is a government handout.
Y'all, if it wasn't for our government handouts, Elon was in so much trouble with Tesla. We bailed him out. Why are we, the taxpayers, bailing out billionaires? We're headed for a recession. But we're busy giving Elon Musk our tax dollars. And you can thank Donald Trump for that. Not just Donald Trump. You can thank the white Republicans and a handful of blacks and Latinos for that. You can thank MAGA for that. While they've taken away funding from the people, the needy that needs it. And in that needy, that group of needy is a lot of MAGA. But they come in my chat in front when you know you're getting food stamps. The red states are the poorest states. They get funding from the blue states. New York is one of the biggest ones you get funding from. You're in here fronting. This is a time that everybody is going through something. But don't be a fool anymore. MAGA, we know you're a fool. But you don't have to be that anymore. Come out. Wake up.
cuts all ties with United States. You think United States runs the world? Think again. First off, Germany halts $84 billion in auto exports, shuttering 376 BMW, Mercedes, and Volkswagen dealerships across America. France withdraws $97 billion in aviation contracts, devastating Boeing's supply chain. The UK freezes $174 billion in financial services, paralyzing Wall Street. Meta loses 210 million European users. Google loses 446 million, and Microsoft's cloud services collapse as 89,000 European businesses terminate contracts. Apple's European sales of 42 million iPhones annually vanished. The Pentagon panics when Italy closes 7 major US bases. Germany shuts down Ramstein Air Base, and Romania blocks missile defense systems. The dollar crashes against the euro, with Spanish goods now costing Americans 227% more.
Again, apparently America needs others more than they need us. All those other countries are helping Zelensky right now. And Trump lies so much. He even went as far to lie and say that him and Zelensky are going to have a deal on the minerals today. I don't believe that's going to happen. I don't trust that nut. Donald Trump is the craziest man on this earth. That's why he won't release those medical records. There's so much he's hiding. That man is mentally he's disabled, mentally disabled. Something is really wrong. To lie constantly like that, constantly, is sickening. And those terrors, God, stick it to MAGA.
You've heard the news about the tariffs, right? So I'm not going to bore you with that. Canada, whatever, Mexico, China. Okay, so here's the thing. We're in trouble. And I don't think people realize just how much trouble we are in. Donald Trump has no idea about tariffs. He thinks like he's doing this because of ego or whatever. He wants everyone to sort of acquiesce and do what he says. And when you don't, then he's like, I'm going to punish you for it. So let me just tell you about
He's
this
punishing the
FAFO
American
moment
people.
that, quite frankly, everybody's going to find out about. And Donald Trump supporters are going to be affected the most. Okay, so if you want to, you're going to see things like cars. You want to buy a car? That has gone up majorly. All these products. So let me just tell you about other stuff. Gas, 40 cents per gallon within days will probably go up, according to the experts. Again, trouble, FAFO. You guys buy vegetables? Going up. You guys buy fruit? Going up. You buy beer? Going up. Meat, tequila? Going up. Other drinks and spirits, right? Hennessy, whatever it is that you drink. Yeah, I'm just saying, maybe you're a vodka person, whatever. That is going to go up. Okay? And that's according to the Department of Agriculture. Beef, pork, grains, potatoes, canola oil, greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes, chickens, turkeys, all of that. We are probably going to go into a recession. I think things are going to contract, and we're going to go into possibly a recession. Inflation is going to go up higher just because he's trying to prove a point. And so when the inflation and the recession or whatever it was under Joe Biden, it was terrible. We can't do it. But under Donald Trump,
it was inflation. Okay. We didn't have a recession under Joe Biden.
That is
we did not.
Crazy hypocrisy and the cognitive dissonance of the MAGA folks. When Donald Trump does it, it's okay. When somebody else does it to try to correct the economy, it's not okay. And guess what? Justin Trudeau does not appear like he is backing down, because
Kendall ain't playing with us.
You're going to put tariffs on us. We're going to put them on you. And that's why all of these products are going to go up. China's going to do the same thing. Mexico's going to do the same thing. We're in a world of hurt, people.
Trade war.
Now,
dangerous.
That is the kind of report that I would like to give you. We are in fucking trouble.
I like Don Lemon because he tells the truth. That's why I'm glad he's not on CNN anymore. He even said himself on his birthday, for his birthday celebration, he cried because he was like, I'm so thankful that I can tell y'all the truth now. Because the news, Fox News, CNN, et cetera, do not give people the truth. I have a friend that works for the news. They have a manager to tell them what they can and cannot talk about. Yes. You're not getting the truth from Fox News, MAGA, but you're delusional. You don't know better. You're not getting the truth. So stop eating possum and pay attention. Terrorists, what they doing? What
Ground zero for the impact on the tariffs, Maria. This Dodge Ram truck, $80,000, instantly became $100,000. Could be ground zero for the impact on the tariffs, Maria. This Dodge Ram truck, $80,000.
All cars are going to go up, even the used cars. We're living in scary times. And you can be in my chat and put all the stupid stuff you want because you're stupid. I expect that of you.
You agree that people who break in and vandalize a building should be prosecuted?
Exactly.
Okay, I'm just checking because you did help raise money for people who did so on January 6th, which was, impeding an official proceeding, breaking into a building that they weren't allowed to be in, and vandalizing the Capitol.
Well, Caitlin.
So you agree that people who break in and vandalize a building should be prosecuted?
Exactly.
Okay, I'm just checking because you did help raise money for people who did so on January 6th, which was, impeding an official proceeding, breaking into a building that they weren't allowed to be in, and vandalizing the Capitol.
Well, Caitlin.
So you agree that...
See, this is what I learned about MAGA. They want to twist it up. When you catch them in their lies, and they agree that what is wrong, and then you tell them, well, you did such and such with the J6. Well, Caitlin, no, stupid JD. They vandalized the state capitol. They hurt innocent people. People were unalived. Now do you get it? Oh no, that's not the same situation. But they'll take the situation with what's that Floyd guy that the cop took his leg and put it across his neck. Oh, that's okay. They want to get that ex-officer out of prison. Y'all are sick people. And they've been sick a long time. Hundreds and thousands of years. Not even in the Bible, though.
Breaking news right now, the chairman of the National Republican Congressional Committee, the NRCC, Richard Hudson, just told members that they should stop doing in-person town halls with constituents. According to the Wall Street Journal and Olivia Beaver, she said that during a call today, told members to put down their phones and listen, and he likened this year to 2017, saying that the protests at town halls and district offices are going to get worse. Now, this only applies to in-person town halls. Republican leadership does not want their members to do town halls in person anymore after they had them blasted by constituents across the country, from Kansas to Georgia to elsewhere. And they've been blasted over the fact that they support Elon Musk and Donald Trump and DOJ's cuts to the federal government. And well, now Republican leadership is telling members, hey, let's not do it. They're still going to do teletown halls and Facebook Lives, but no more in-person town halls, according to Richard Hudson. Combo, your thoughts?
I don't even believe they're going to subscribe to Midas Touch Network, follow them on Instagram, and subscribe on YouTube. I don't even believe they're going to do Zooms or the Facebook because they're going to get tore up in those. So what they're going to do, turn the comments off? Honey, those Republican leaders are pathetic. They are little Trumplets. They're little droplets in Donald Trump's. Depends. You get what I'm saying?
How is it possible that we pissed off Canada? I mean, I travel all over the world, and Canada was the last place on this planet that was actually still happy to see us. Doug Ford, the Premier of Ontario, Canada, said he's going to cut off power to the United States with a big old smile on his face if Trump moves forward with his tariffs. Not only will Canadians not buy American products, but they're now pulling them off the shelf. Our American-made whiskey is collecting dust, along with our potato chips and our cereals and our sodas and all sorts of overprocessed crap that they're probably better off not buying anyway. Canadians are kind and polite people, but they are not pushovers. They are strong people, and I cannot believe that we've made enemies of them. There is absolutely no reason for a trade.
Subscribe to Pop Up Pasta
Trump
Politics.
is
She is on
intentionally
Instagram. Pull Up Pasta Politics. Canada was our ally. Mexico was our ally. China, we owe China money. That's what's so sickening about it. You're going to put a tariff on somebody and we owe trillions of dollars. Donnie, you dumb. Your mama said you was an idiot. Well, I'm telling you are the biggest dummy in the entire universe.
Republicans are now going to publicly interrogate the mayor of 4 sanctuary cities in Congress tomorrow. Boston, Chicago, New York, and Denver have established sanctuary policies, which has really pissed off Tom Homan and Trump. Sanctuary policies limit their cooperation with ICE because technically these cities don't have to do the federal government's job. Immigration falls on the responsibility of the federal government only, so they don't have to force cities to help them with mass deportation. So allegedly, the House Committee of Oversight and Government Reform is going to grill them about it tomorrow, but I don't really see what they're going to accomplish with it. But I'm not surprised because Trump's mass deportation plan is failing. He's not able to financially fund mass deportation and ICE raids of 11 million undocumented immigrants. So he is relying on fear-mongering, basically causing undocumented immigrants to self-deport or trying to intimidate government and elected officials. But you know what Trump can't get past? The law. Federal judges are blocking his executive orders left and right, and even the American Bar Association posted that they will not be intimidated by him. Like the rest of his immigration policies, I fear tomorrow will be a massive waste of government resources. House Republicans are now going to publicly interrogate the mayor of 4 sanctuary
Subscribe
cities
to
in Congress
Attorney
tomorrow.
Martinez.
Boston, Chicago.
That queen is a beautiful Cuban. Subscribe to her channel, Attorney Martinez. Subscribe to her and follow her on Instagram. More about Trump's bad tariffs.
Doesn't know how tariffs work. He still thinks China pays the tariffs.
Wait, so China's not paying tariffs right now?
The tariffs are paid by the American companies that import the Chinese goods.
And then we
I
have
see
to
you
pay
looking a
for it.
little
It falls
confused.
back on us,
This
the
is the way
customers,
tariffs work.
consumer.
What Trump did is place tariffs on Chinese imports. By the time the imports get here, China's been paid for the stuff. The American company who brings the goods in pays the tariffs.
Really?
You're kidding right now.
No, I thought he said he was raising the tariffs by 50 to 100% for Chinese imports.
You gotta clip this. I'm begging you. You gotta clip this and send it to me.
I'm genuinely
None of this
confused.
stuff is getting cut out, right?
No.
Oh my God.
We post everything.
Please. The tariffs are paid by the company that does the importing. So if you want to build a building in the US and you import Chinese steel, you pay China for the steel, you pay the US government the tariff. This is why it's inflationary. Economists have looked at Trump's tariff proposal and said it would make stuff more expensive for Americans by adding the cost of the tariffs to the total cost of production. So that's the way tariffs work. A lot of people don't seem to know how tariffs work, which is sad because
Trump doesn't know.
this is how people end up getting sucked into Trump's vortex. He says something that sounds good. I'm going to punish China with tariffs. Sounds good, Chinese tariffs. They're paid by the American company. That's why it's so damaging.
Genuinely, I had no idea. I thought China was paying those.
Yep. No, China's not paying them.
I thought they were, though.
They're not.
So why would he do that? I'm confused.
You'd have to ask him. He still doesn't know how tariffs work. He still thinks China pays the tariff.
I had a headache today. I'm telling y'all, I could not go live at 5 o'clock. I had to lay down and take a nap. A dummy in the White House. And then he has a supposed to be fake genius, Elon, telling him what to do. Then Putin is in Russia telling both of them what to do. But it's a shame that Elon is above Donnie. I want y'all to listen to this fool. He can't stand to be fact checked. I can't stand to hear his voice anymore. I get nauseated.
Ended it 3 years. You should have never started it. You could have made a deal.
Ukraine did not start the war. Next, the president said this.
We gave them, I believe, $350 billion, but let's say it's
He
something
lies.
less than that, but it's a lot.
A fat
It's
liar.
122 billion, not 350. The next day, Trump went after Zelensky.
A dictator without elections
Zelensky better move fast or he's not going to have a country left. Got to move fast because that war is going in the wrong direction.
Zelensky is not a dictator. He was elected in 2019. There hasn't been a vote since because of the war.
You should have ended it 3 years. You should have never started it. You could have made a deal.
They should have never
Ukraine
put your ugly
did
butt in
not
the White
start
House.
the
How about that?
Next, the president said
Fat
this.
turkey.
We gave them, I believe, $350
So
billion.
ugly. Look at
but
around
let's
his
say it's
eyes.
something
That's
less
his
than
true
that, but
complexion.
It's a lot. And
It's
we haven't
122 billion, not 350.
Look
The
like a
next day,
squirrel or
Trump
raccoon.
went after
A
Zelensky.
skunk.
a dictator without elections. Zelensky better move fast or he's not going to have a country left. Got to move fast because.
Well, we gotta move. We gotta move fast, y'all. We gotta move fast to get him out of there. I ain't playing. We gotta get him out of there. 8647. Hashtag 8647. Where's your red lipstick, everybody? Because of the red lipstick movement, Sephora and other stores have been where you go in there, you can't find red lipstick right now. On my website, IamLillieYoung.com. I have organic red lipsticks, several different shades from matte to high gloss, however you want it. IamLillieYoung.com. The link is in my bio, in my description. Get you some red lipstick. We're doing it strong. We're doing the movement real big. We would not lay down and take it. We would not accept what they're doing with the women's vote, the married women, because their name does not match their birth certificate. We will not accept it. We will not.
Republicans are running scared from their voters right now, and the NRCC, the National Republican Congressional Committee, is now telling all of the Republicans not to hold any more town halls. So the Republicans being complete and total cowards, that's not a...
They don't want the town hall meetings because they're being exposed. They're being exposed that they're Donald Trump's puppets, his fools. Let me tell you, them people know Donald Trump don't mean America any good. They got a higher pay and they wanted that position no matter if it was going to hurt others. Because that's what their ancestors have always taught them to do, and they haven't changed. They are adults now doing what they've been taught their entire life, to take and steal. So, old Dunny boy, this is something that he stated, and I'm going to read it to you. Old Dusty Pants, makeup wearing clown. All federal funding will stop for any college, school, university that allows illegal protest. Agitators will be imprisoned or permanently sent back to the country from which they came. It's nothing but a bunch of white people out there, Donnie. They were born here. You big, ugly dummy. American students will be permanently expelled or depending on the crime. There's no crime to protest unless you're doing something that is criminal. They're not doing that, Donnie. Why don't you deport your wife that is an immigrant? You're threatening to deport people that are Americans. How silly of you. Have you soiled your pamper? Is that what's making you crazy, Donnie, that diaper rash? Canada ain't playing. They put their foot down big.
Now, just like I did a month ago, I want to
Hit the
speak
like button,
first
please.
directly to the American people. We don't want this. We want to work with you as a friend and ally. And we don't want to see you hurt either. But your government has chosen to do this to you. As of this morning, markets are down, and inflation is set to rise dramatically all across your country. Your government has chosen to put American jobs at risk, at the thousands of workplaces that succeed because of materials from Canada or because of consumers in Canada, or both. They've chosen to raise costs for American consumers on everyday essential items like groceries and gas,
on major purchases like cars and homes, and everything in between. They've chosen to harm American national security, impeding access to the abundant critical minerals, energy, building materials, and fertilizers that we have and that the United States needs to grow and prosper. They've chosen to launch a trade war that will, first and foremost, harm American families. They've chosen to sabotage their own agenda that was supposed to usher in a new golden age for the United States. And they've chosen to undermine the incredible work we've done together to tackle the scourge that is fentanyl, a drug that must be wiped from the face of the earth.
The white
on
man
that
keep
point,
creating it.
Let me be crystal clear. There is absolutely no justification or need whatsoever for these tariffs today.
We're in trouble. Where's the Power Rangers when you need them? Where's Jesus Christ when he's taking people home? Take them on to hell, God, please. Come get him immediately. We want him gone. We cannot take this torture anymore. Be gone. Poof. We had enough of Dunny Boy. He's old and stale, Lord Jesus. He's ready to go. Let him go to sleep, God.
Out of a government town hall meeting, and I just want to tell you everything that was just discussed because the last 30 minutes was the most depressing shit I've heard in a while. There are going to be more layoffs coming, and it doesn't matter your grade. It doesn't matter that you're over your probationary period. Your job is on the line. And this is fucking scary, dude, because they announced that in some agencies, they're going to be trying to cut it by 50%. And they didn't specify which agencies, but that is, depending on it, tens of thousands of people. And this is going to get to the point where the government's going to collapse. Because you pair that with if these tax cuts go through and they only benefit the ultra wealthy and they raise your taxes, they gut Medicaid, they do all of these things, there's not going to be enough revenue for the government to be sustainable. And honestly, red states are going to be decimated because they are welfare states, not only from the social programs and everything, but because blue states are overtaxed so that we give our money to red states to bail them out every year because they're not self-sufficient. Schedule F, which is through another executive order, reclassifies certain employees and strips them of their protections and rights. That is another tool that they're using for the reduction in force. So they're going to target people that are possibly affected by that, as well as newer employees, even if you're past your probationary period, when you already have your federal statute protections and your appeal rights and everything. But again, the party of criminals love to just steamroll over laws. They are getting rid of hundreds of field offices across the country. They're also simultaneously saying how the Treasury directive is going to basically be that people need to start returning to the office. The same offices they're getting rid of. Just it's a clown show, man. It is. How do you say that out loud? Hey, we're getting rid of the offices to get you back to the office. Dude, productivity is going to drop. It's going to start a recession. People are going to be spending more money on childcare. They're going to be spending more money on their commute. Also, they can work on their laptop that they very well could do from home. Transit subsidies, taxes are going to rise and everything because as a part of a benefit for a federal employee, you get transit subsidies, you get childcare subsidies, you get all these things. And Republicans better not shed a fucking tear because that's your private sector benefits, is it not? Thought so. Democrats are doing absolutely nothing. Why is it always left to like three people like Jasmine Crockett, AOC, Bernie Sanders to just carry the weight of the entire Democrat Party? And yet simultaneously, those are all people nobody advocates for to like run for president. They always want some fucking deadbeat that's not doing anything, that's bought off and paid for by corporations, the same ones privatizing our government and stealing our jobs. It just makes me so angry. I just got out of the government town hall meeting, and I just want to tell you everything that was just discussed because the last 30 minutes was the most depressing shit I've heard in a while. There are going to be more layoffs coming, and it doesn't matter your grade. It doesn't matter that you're over your program.
I told y'all yesterday there will be more layoffs in the federal government. It was said up to 300,000 layoffs. After a while, we're not going to have any money in the unemployment. I honestly believe, and this is my opinion, Donald Trump wanted to destroy this country. I know Putin has him on a dog chain. I know. But I think he is enjoying this because he's going to do the Hitler thing, break the country down, then y'all go begging, which I know some of y'all are not going to do it. I will not do it. I'm okay, and I'm in a good place with God. I will not do it. I will never kiss the ring. Never. But of course, MAGA will, because they'll start crying like they've been online crying, looking stupid, begging for Trump to save them. That man don't even care about you. You're just dumb. And as you know, Elon is not the founder of Tesla. These two men are. I'm gonna mute that. I can't play that song. These two men are the founders of Tesla. So I'm gonna read to you what it says, okay? It says, it's always been worth reminding Musk fanboys that these are the brilliant men who found Tesla. Elon was just a Series A investor who bought in and then sabotaged the company enough until these two men were pushed out. I told y'all what Elon does with every company that he has. Until these men were pushed out, then he spent the next 10 years telling everyone he found Tesla. Did you find it on the ground, Elon? Or did you find it in the men's bathroom when you was backed up to the wall with your face turned to the wall, getting digged in your mud hole? Did you find it then, Elon? Well, anyway, this is a picture of Mark Turpin and Martin Eberhard. They found Tesla. You know, in case you thought it was someone else, it was never Elon Musk. He has never created anything. He's not the founder. He ain't even a genius. He just like Kanye West, little round around saying he's a genius. Because we all know Kanye West is a mental nut. And Elon loves to say he's a genius like Kanye. That's why they could be friends. And they were friends for a long time because they're both crazy. One looks like an alien and Kanye just ugly. They both ugly. Lord Jesus. They both ugly. Hold on.
White supremacists have a weird thing for the number 14. They believe it stands for the 14 words, which I'm not going to say on here because it's gross and the video might get flagged, but you can go look that up for yourself. But anyway, so Leon tweeted this yesterday, which is 14 American flags, quoting a Donnie tweet that says, "He who saves the country doesn't violate any law." You know, this is a dog whistle to all the other Yahtzees out there that believe this shit. He's telling them that it's okay to do whatever they want in the name of white supremacy. Like, we all saw him do the salute, and he's back the Yahtzee party in Germany, and now this. So, do any of y'all out there really believe that this fucking apartheid-loving South African isn't a full-on Yahtzee now? Like, look up his grandfather on his mother's side. The man literally left Canada to move to apartheid South Africa because he agreed with the whole concept. Like, and any of y'all out there that's trying to defend this shit or like saying it's not what it seems, like, you need to wake the fuck up and get on the right side of history ASAP. Like I told y'all before that I was brought up to believe a lot of this shit, and I'm telling you that this is sending alarm bells ringing off in my head, and at a time when everything sends alarm bells off. Like, this is fucking terrifying. We got to get this racist ass technocrat away from our government before it's fucking too late. Like, you know, spread this fucking news.
I think it's too late.
Make people aware. Like, all equal rights believing Americans. Like,
hit the like button,
together
please.
and stand up for one another. All right. White supremacists have a weird thing for the number 14.
Y'all need to remember that. White supremacists has a thing for the number 14. I'm going to research that. Like I said, Zelensky is going to be fine. America will not.
Now, my big point is that there seems to be some misunderstanding about what is going on here. Russia obviously started this war, but remember that it started this acquisition of territory and spheres of interest already in 2008 by attacking Georgia, and then in 2014 by annexing the Crimean Peninsula. And then at the end
These
of the
are
day,
world
we're now
leaders
here to
discussing
commemorate the
Russia.
third anniversary of the
Let
taking
Donald
of-
Trump tell it that Russia did not start it, that Ukraine started, which Donnie knows he's lying, but Putin has him by his balls. He's a puppet of Putin. He knows he's lying when he says that. And for him to let it even roll off his ugly tongue, that white tongue of his, look furry like, and they say that's what they do good with their eggplant. You know, let it be furry and it feel good on an eggplant. I don't want to find out. I brush my tongue. Every time I eat something, I go and brush my teeth and I brush my tongue and I floss. Donnie doesn't do that. And those fake teeth, he like taking them out and getting on the eggplant like it's the mic that he was on that mic with, remember? Zelensky gonna be fine. But the American people, we're not fine. We have no allies. Donald Trump continued to lie and say that Zelensky, Ukraine started this war with Russia, Putin, the devil, the biggest devil ever. It's not true. Then he calls Zelensky a dictator. Donnie, you want to be a dictator. You cosplay being a dictator. Putin is a dictator. You admire a man that's younger than you. You look up to somebody like they're your daddy and he's younger than you. You're a fool. I'm going to show y'all this and I'm going to read it to you, okay? It says, Vance has not said thank you to the American taxpayer for that ski trip. And he only been on the job 6 weeks. He's only been vice president 6 weeks and he has taken a vacation already. But they will hoop and holler when President Barack Obama would even play golf. And he never played golf more than Donnie. Donnie spent more time on that golf course than he does in the White House. He did it the first term. He's doing it more than ever. And then JD Fancy Pants takes a ski vacation on our tax dollars and we already going through HELL. The country's sinking and they're spending our money going to the Super Bowl, going to Daytona 500, going skiing, playing golf every other day on our dime. But they taking funding from people that need it. Now, Elon, he was speaking, saying something about Social Security. Yeah, I told y'all they're going to take your Social Security. The money we paid into, gone. They're going to take it. They don't care. Rich people never care about people that may struggle. Never.
For our first of many steps, effective today, I have directed BC liquor sales to immediately stop buying American liquor from red states. Liquor store employees will be removing the most popular of these brands from government store shelves. For our first of many steps, effective today, I have directed BC liquor sales to immediately stop buying American liquor from red states.
This is the thing because Canada has already made a deal with China. So they had already begun to remove our products from their shelves. And I understand. I would not back Donald Trump because he's a wrong, dumb fool. I understand Canada. We have no allies, y'all, to turn to. He has burned every bridge.
Another Twitter fight with Elon Musk over the weekend. He called me Dollar Store John Favreau and said I'm an imbecilic propagandist who lies to score cheap political points. That's the dollar store catching straight. So here's what he was mad about. When Trump and Elon unilaterally eliminated almost all of USAID, they had Marco Rubio go out and promise that they would exempt all life-saving assistance, which is basically food and medicine that the government had already bought and promised to people who are starving or sick or desperately need help. But they did turn off that life-saving assistance. And everyone knows that. Everyone who works on these issues, every media outlet that's reported on this, every court that's looked at it. The most senior guy at USAID that Trump and Elon hadn't fired just tried to sound the alarm about this in a memo, and then he got fired too. So on Saturday, I see this CNN story on Twitter about a company in Georgia that makes these packets of this incredible peanut paste that can literally keep a severely malnourished child alive. They're like 25 cents a packet. The guy who runs the warehouse has a shipment ready to go out that can save about 400,000 kids, mostly in Africa. On each packet, it says, "From the American people, USAID." Doge tells the guy in Georgia that the government contract is canceled. Not future contracts, not the next contract, this contract. For $10 million that was already spent on packets of peanut paste just sitting in a Georgia warehouse. I pointed this out on Twitter, and that's when Elon told me I'm a dumb liar and the lesser John Favreau, which maybe I am. But he also said he'd, quote, investigate whether this is real or not and fix it if it is. 9 hours later, he replied that the contract had been restored last week and the peanut paste company in Rhode Island should receive payment this week. I told him that's great and all, but the CNN story was about a peanut paste company in Georgia. Apparently, Elon had canceled multiple contracts with multiple companies for life-saving food assistance. Finally, last night, the guy in Georgia told CNN that the contracts had just been reinstated a few minutes before he called them. Clearly some thorns and roses from this experience. Thank God the food will finally get to the people who need it, but why were these contracts canceled in the first place? Why did it take a full month to get it fixed? Elon responded again this morning to say that they had always intended to restart these contracts, and it was all just a brief pause. Sure, we'll see. But it certainly seems like the richest man in the world, whose companies get $8 million in government contracts a day, couldn't get around to approving 25-cent peanut butter packets for starving children until he got trolled on his own social media platform. What the fuck are we doing here, people?
Elon Musk has no soul. He's just like Donald Trump. They look down on the less fortunate. So they don't mind taking from them. They don't mind taking from the taxpayers because they look down on us. But how can you look down on us when the president actually worked for the American people? But he treating us like we're just peasants under him. Hold on, I'm going to show y'all something. I think this was sent to me from Queen Tia.
Southern leftists, progressive, liberals, Democrats, we tried to warn the rest of you. We really did, but y'all didn't want to listen. Y'all thought...
Thank you, Queen Tia.
You trusted strangers on the television over your friends and neighbors. And now this is where we're at.
Hit the like button, please.
I know this won't convince anyone. I don't know why I'm even posting this. Look at it. Look at it. I guess I want my I told you so. We told you so. As unsatisfying and infuriating as it is, we told you so. We tried. We are all less safe now. We tried to warn our fellow Southerners, Southern leftists, progressive, liberals, Democrats. We tried to warn the rest of you. We really did, but y'all didn't want to listen. Y'all thought you knew better.
MAGA are fools. They don't listen to anyone. The only person they're going to listen to is Donald Trump and Elon because they think Elon is cool with Trump. So he knows something. Elon does not know politics. He's just like Donnie. Fool. A huge fool.
People have been asking me, how does cutting government jobs affect the economy? It's bad. What it means is that a bunch of households that used to get that money as income, doing things like paying rent, buying groceries, commuting to work, are no longer getting that money. It means less money.
I agree with you, King Martin Hernandez.
The places where
I agree with everything you say.
Aside from DC,
in my chat, I agree.
California, Maryland, Virginia, Alaska, places you might not think of. So cutting government jobs is a headwind. It's bad for the economy. It's going to depress consumer spending and enthusiasm, an impact that I don't think people understand quite enough. A lot of people have been asking me, how does cutting government jobs affect the economy? It's bad. What it means
it affects badly. They already did a big layoff to a lot of federal people. They didn't even do anything to get laid off. Elon just went firing people like a maniac that he is. Now they're going to even lay off more people. Inflation going up, stock market is crashing tremendously. And the recession is just next door.
To show you a man that predicted this exact situation that we're in, economically, politically, everything overall. The problem is, he predicted this in 1986.
The biggest threat to America today is not communism. It's moving America toward a fascist theocracy.
Yep.
And everything that's happened during the Reagan administration is steering us right down that pipe.
Literally.
Mr. Zapp, you're not really serious if you were saying we're going toward a fascist theocracy. That's right, we are. When you have a government that prefers a certain moral code derived from a certain religion, and that moral code turns into legislation to suit one certain religious point of view, and if that code happens to be very, very right-wing, almost towards the Hun, well, then you are an anarchist. Every form of civil government is based on some kind of morality, Frank. Morality in terms of behavior, not in terms of theology.
First of all, morality is a human construct. For example, if your religion says it's morally okay to kill, yeah, okay, I'm not going with that. Morally, to me, that's not right. So morals can mean anything. But that's not the point here. The point is that this man predicted exactly the situation that we're in 86. Bro, that was almost 40 years ago. It's staggering when you realize how backwards this country is, how far behind we are, not just economically or even with our infrastructure, everything. And I feel like I'm not the only one that thinks this way. They want to control us to keep us in 1953. I've told myself, anything that involves Elon Musk, I'm talking about it, because he's the reason, him and his puppet Donald Trump are the reason why we're in this fascistic trash. We're living in an oligarchical fascistic nightmare. And these people are cool with it. Some people are A-okay with it. That's what's blowing my mind. That is what is staggering about this country, man. I don't get it. I'm about to show you a man that predicted this exact situation that we're in. Economically.
I get it. MAGA has no education. They chew tobacco and spit out brown stuff all day. Their teeth are horrible. They have 5 stomachs. They have a booty do. That's when your stomach bigger than your butt. They look a mess. We saw it for ourselves when they would go to the Trump rallies, what they look like. Someone went as far to wear Pampers because he wear Pampers. Someone wore clown stuff because we said they was clowns. Some of them started wearing an orange face because we talked about his orange face. Anything that we dogged him out about, Mega was so clueless and dumb, they went out and did it. And it was not attractive. They never been. Even through their school years, they were horrible looking people. Remember the hills have eyes? That's MAGA. MAGA is the hills have eyes. That's what they look like. And I'm not exaggerating.
Musk's Doge cost-cutting effort has published what it calls the wall of receipts. Basically a long list of government contracts and then the savings it's achieved by canceling each of those. When Doge first posted its list, we found problems with all 5 of the 5 largest contracts. The largest savings that Doge claimed to have made on its initial list was an $8 billion savings from a contract cut at the Department of Homeland Security. When we looked at that, we realized the actual number was 8 million. 1/1000th of the claim that they had made. Doge responded by saying, well, it was an error in the federal contracting system, but they should have known better. And the reason they should have known better is that this contract, this supposed $8 billion contract, came from ICE. Its entire budget is $8 billion. Going down the list, the second, third, and fourth largest savings on Doge's original list were all basically the same error. What they did was triple count the same cancellation, all with the U.S. Agency for
That's
International
called cooking the
Development.
books.
And what contracting experts told us was it wouldn't have been right if they just counted it once. That's because this contract had been out there for a long time. A lot of the work had already been done. So much of the money that had been allotted initially had been spent. The 5th largest savings on Doge's initial wall of receipts
was $232 million they said they saved by canceling a contract that the Social Security Administration had. When we looked into that, we realized that there was a cut there, but it was only $560,000. After we and other news outlets wrote about these major errors, the Doge site was updated quietly to remove all of those top 5 claims. But its new version contains other errors. The new largest savings was a $1.9 billion savings.
And y'all said
But when we
Elon
looked
is
into
a
that, we realized
genius,
the contract
really?
they were talking about had actually been
And those
canceled
young
last
kids,
year
they
under
cause
President Biden.
all of us.
And when you look a little further down the list, you see that Doge is claiming credit for contracts that expired even before Joe Biden was president. In one case, the Department of Homeland Security is claiming it saved tens of millions of dollars by canceling a contract that actually ended in 2005 when George W. Bush was president.
They
Doge
lie
has said
so
it's trying
much.
to make its data accurate, and it's asked the public for help in cleaning up its data. But these errors are important because they give us an insight into the way Doge works. Much of what Doge does is secret. It's in all these different agencies making decisions, gathering data, and we can see so little of it. And if they are this wrong about that work that we can see, if they show this much sloppiness, this much misunderstanding of the machinery of government, what does that mean about the work we can't see in all these other agencies with all this other data that's being done in secret? Elon Musk's Doge cost-cutting effort has published what it...
He showed the press secretary holding up those fake documents. She has planted herself right in the center of Donald Trump's pissy depends. And she's okay with it. Marco Rubio is okay with being in Donald Trump's pissy depends. Only one not sitting in is Elon Musk because he has control over Donald Trump. And Putin has control over both of them.
Bush and the White House shut down the JFK library. Hey, it's Jack. I'm okay. But our country is not. It's under attack from its own government. They are using propaganda to steal the past away from the American. In my opinion, has nothing to do with government efficiency. The workers who were fired today actually bring in revenue for the government. It's really about stealing the past and about generating propaganda so that people don't know what's really happening. Above me is a picture. It's given to me by an astronaut. It says, Jack, your family's legacy has enabled humans to take photos like these. That's true. JFK sent a man to the moon. But you'd never know it if the JFK library wasn't open and no one was allowed to talk about it. It's time to speak out and resist what's happening. If you're not doing that, you're not helping. The darkest places in hell are reserved for those who, in times of great moral crisis, maintain their neutrality. Dante's Inferno. Okay, thank you, everyone. Doge and the White House shut down.
Anybody that deals with a fool with SpaceX are fools. And they gave him billions of dollars for SpaceX. What blew up in the air? Every time he launched something, it blew up in the air. It's a scam, in my opinion. Why would it blow up in the air if it's any good? Why would we spend our tax dollars into funding something that when you launch, it blows up in the air? He's not the first person sending anything to space. They still got people stuck on space right now, if it's really space, because the true space is under the water, in the ocean, under the ocean. But YT has fooled y'all all these years that that's space. Nope. Nope. See, they count on American people being dumb forever. Nope. Only people dumb is MAGA.
Federal judge in Seattle has blocked President Trump's executive order suspending the refugee program in the United States. In his opinion, the judge stated that although the president has some authority on how some immigrants come to the United States in certain situations, he cannot override the law. This law has been approved by Congress and has existed in multiple administrations, and he is not above that. Although I fully expect Trump to appeal this all the way up to the Supreme Court, for now on, the program is still on. A federal judge in Seattle has blocked President Trump's executive order suspending.
Thank you, Attorney Martinez. A lot of them not even immigrants. I'm going to tell you something that happened. It was an American family. Let me find that video so I don't, lead you wrong. Hold on. Black people that are born and raised here. Their parents were even born here. It's not just targeting brown people. I keep telling y'all that. He's after my people too. He did it back when his previous time being in the Oval Office. He's doing it again. Americans. Hold on, I'm going to find that. Then we're going to get up out of here. Let me take a sip of water because I got to let y'all listen to that. We are not safe in America. America is dangerous right now because of Donald Trump. I have so much to show y'all. I'm going to skip over a lot and go straight to that. He had, through ICE, Black African Americans, they tried to deport them. They couldn't do it. For what they went through, they should have never gone through it. It has always been this way. It's some good white people out there, beautiful hearted white people. But the vast majority, their heart is cold and dangerous. Right now, white people out there trying to have people deported that doesn't need to be deported. They are citizens of this country. Y'all are dangerous like your ancestors. I got love for you, but you're dangerous. You got to change. You're hurting people for no reason. Because your master sick you out on people. But what you don't realize, somebody going to tear your ass up. Everybody not going to be bothered with your BS. Don't come for me. I fight back. And I think more evil than you.
On Thursday, ICE detained American citizens, a military veteran, and one of my colleagues and her son, who is 8 years old. Now, my colleague and her son are Black American citizens. They have Jamaican ancestry. They were detained for over 24 hours. That's how long it took us and lawyers to get them out of ICE detainment. And the son now has extensive trauma, and they are Black Americans. I'm not sitting this out. I just said in another video, I'm not sitting anything out because our community is going to need us. Black Americans were detained. That means they're not going after just people who are illegals, as you want to call them. They're going after whoever they can. And the 14th Amendment was an amendment that gave Black people birthright citizenship that were descendants of slaves. So if that is repealed and they go after one group, who do you think they're going after next? I'm not sitting anything out. Not when my community is going to need me. I'm not going to do it.
Black people, we can't sit anything out. We got to be vigilant. We got to pay attention to people. Not all white people are doing this, but pay attention. It's okay to love people, but you cannot put your trust in people that oppressed you. You love them because that's what our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ wants us to do. But you be careful because they are reporting people that they are not immigrants, which the immigrants shouldn't be deported anyway. This is supposed to be a safe country for others that come in this country. That's what it's supposed to be. But the people that came from Europe and stole a country think it's all about them. It ain't all about you, boo. This is America for everybody. It was brown people already on this land, Black and brown people. You came along and just stole the whole land. And now you want to run everybody away. That's called greed. And as I told y'all, the white man, because of his greed, would destroy this country. And it's happening right before our very eyes. And I'm not being mean. I'm stating facts. Am I lying? Am I lying? No. Look at what's happening today. This should not be happening in the American country. We're supposed to be the strongest and the most caring country. We are not that today. Under President Joe Biden, we were. We would have been under President Kamalaharris. And what I love that, and I heard that she's going to run in 2028, but I'm praying to my Lord and Savior Jesus, they get him up out of there real quick and put her where she should be, sitting on her throne in the Oval Office, because she is the true winner of the election of 2024. This clown admitted that Elon Musk knows those voter machines better than anyone. And he said out of his mouth, the clown said out of his mouth that the election was rigged for him to win. Donald J. Trump said that. The orange man, The man that looks like the Pillsbury Doughboy. The man that looks like the Michelin tire. The man that wears a pissy depends said that out of his mouth. The man that looks like he can't breathe because he's so fat when he's up doing his rallies. He started talking about anything, rumbling, because he's old, the oldest one to ever run and be president. He's old, he's stale and corroded with mold spores in that pamper. He must be 8647. He got to get out of there. Impeach Trump. Y'all have a beautiful evening. I love y'all. Hit that like button before you leave out. God bless. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll see you at 5 o'clock. I won't be late. It will not be 7 o'clock tomorrow. Y'all giving me energy, the ones that care, that's in this chat and care about this country. Because apparently MAGA does not care about this country. You're not a real patriot. You are Satan's children. And you always have been all the way back to your very ancestors. May our ancestors whoop you across your back through the night. May our ancestors stick you with pins in your sleep and you want to know what's sticking you. May our ancestors make you feel the pain you put our ancestors through. This country is falling daily under our fascists in the Oval Office. And you praise him for that. When you can't even eat and your food stamps are taken from you, red state MAGA. You live off government assistance, but you in my chat, faking it. Now, I can understand a person that's not getting government assistance in there running their D-suckers, but you, MAGA, you have no place in this world to run your D-suckers. The men and the women run their D-suckers. You ain't even rocking the mic right. You just like Donnie. Pitiful, pissy, gross looking. Got booty dudes. Y'all have a blessed evening. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.